another wonderful week, another podcast, another Shoulda Gone to Bed podcast. I'm Ray Page here with our good friend here, Divers, and below him, the host of the pitch of 12-Hour Auction, Andy Watkins.
What's up, y'all?
Andy, what?
Am I out of timeout now?
Yeah, you're out of timeout now.
Dang.
We realized over the last, getting to do this podcast thing, we realized that a lot of times we get on usually about 7:30, and we kind of we talk about anything we may want to discuss in specific, but at the same time just kind of bullshitting, and realize that most of the content that we feel like we wanted to start this podcast was not getting recorded and not going live. So we were having to kind of revisit it, and it was kind of a forced deal at that point. So it just wasn't as fluid. So we all agreed to decide, all right, well, we're going to get on later. We'll get on like 10 minutes before, get on 10 minutes before, and then, which we did. And then we'll just go live. We won't get into anything, everything's going to be raw. Everything's good. Right. Well, as soon as we get on, we're talking some things, this, that, the other, everything was cool. And then all of a sudden it went off the rails and we started telling stories. So, of course, I'm trying to maintain. I'm like, I guess
You're the producer.
I'm the producer, but out of the three of us, I guess I have more control or no, I wouldn't say control. It's more attention span.
I would ask everybody after he said that if you'll look over his left shoulder, the check for the Brewing Championship is still up. It's actually cockeyed in the corner, but it is still there. It's still in the
picture. You got to understand and realize is every time that I come to the bedroom while he's in bed, I take it and I hold it up like that before I get in the bed.
That way she knows.
$100, baby.
That's right. That's right. She knows she is married to the best brewer in the East. 2015, I think it was. Anyway, so
one of those
years. But anyway, the whole story of that point of that story was that we don't do shit we say we're going to do because we don't have the capability to do it. So,
and that's a motto that I like to live by.
The good news is we couldn't have got through everything in 10 minutes, so we should be a little bit more entertaining tonight. And the good news is there's a lot of shit to talk about tonight, boys. So y'all sit down, grab popcorn. This could be a 4-hour podcast. I think we're a little fired up. I know one of us is.
Yeah, we had to. So I ended up having to put a couple of them in timeout beforehand, taking them off screen so they couldn't be heard or hear us. But that's where we're at so far.
FYI, I could hear everything you guys were saying while I was in timeout.
Good.
You can't hear me, but I can hear you guys.
Okay, well, good. Yeah. Well, you couldn't answer us because we couldn't hear you.
That was
I was yelling.
Oh, we saw it. You didn't shut up the whole time. You just kept talking. It didn't matter.
I was mad that you put me in timeout. When's the last time you put a kid in timeout? And they're like, oh, okay, I'll just sit in my room and be quiet. They all started crying about it, screaming, yelling. That's what I was doing.
We didn't really use timeout. We used ass whooping.
Yeah.
So
it was back in like the Reagan days, the good old days.
Hell, a week ago if it needed
like 4 years ago or 3 years ago when we were going through this bullshit.
Hell, a week ago.
Like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, we already knew this shit was coming down at that point. If this is a shock to anybody, whatever.
Yeah,
well, I'm sure we're going to have plenty of time to talk about that tonight. What do you guys want to talk about?
Well, Ray, how was your week? Let's talk about your week, Ray.
How's it good. It was good, man.
Yeah.
Did you win any iRacing races?
Man, I'll be honest with you. I raced a little bit the other night. I didn't do a whole lot. Molly and I went down up. I say down, but out to the Outer Banks this weekend. We left Friday, come back Sunday. So
nice and relaxing.
Yeah, dude, it was perfect. We got in there. The hotel we got was like right across the street from this little bar and grill. It was perfect. Walked in the first night to just grab something because we got in late, and had some live reggae band on.
Everybody's yelling at you about your microphone.
What about it? What are they saying? Loud?
No. Sounds like you're a long ways away.
Let me try that. I'm sorry, I had to.
He went back. He went straight up irate in school on us.
Sorry.
I'm gonna get me one of those little pipe cleaner things, and I'm gonna put a black cotton ball on the end of it.
Door bumper clear.
Yeah.
That's our next week episode where you race live.
I could be racing live now in a league I'm supposed to be racing, but now I'm sitting here with you.
He raced live last week after the podcast.
So it
Yeah,
wasn't live.
No, he raced
Well,
live,
it was live.
Oh, it
It's
is
just
live
wasn't
to
live
us.
on the podcast.
Yeah, my bad.
which might be something we maybe could never do on this, but
Should be super entertaining for those of you listening to the actual podcast.
get it.
that wouldn't be bad. I really
But
think
he
you
was-
guys need to go ahead and get your rig set up, and then we all just race live.
That'd be a great idea.
That'd
But he
be
was
great.
Working on it.
racing.
I have everything. All I've got to do is build the room.
He was racing. He was racing in this like league of 14 and 15-year-olds, and
Oh yeah.
it was, and they were not. They didn't appear to be very good, and so we just, from what I understand about iRacing, you have to get your license, and you have to, you can't like go in like you used to, and if you used to play Halo or you used to play those games, and you'd screw with people and drive it off the cliff or whatever. I did. So anyway, you can't like just be an idiot, right? You can't be an asshole. You got to try to race as fair as you can. All right, Ray.
Yeah, no
pull
shit.
that-
I was just gonna ask, Ray. They wanted it closer to your mouth, not stuffed up your nose.
I don't want to hear your
For
nasal
shit's
passages.
sakes,
What
I'm
are you
glad we took
talking
that 10
about?
minutes to do sound checks.
Gracious alive.
What are
Right.
you talking about?
I don't know. It was one of two things. Either you
Dude,
were
this is
running
what
a
it was like.
marathon in the background. Is he
I
gonna
That's
hear
what
you?
it was like.
Oh,
Okay.
we couldn't hear that. Your mic's
okay.
too good. Your mic must mute you.
Really?
Yeah, but it sounded basically while he was talking, like every time he was taking a breath, you were breathing. I can still hear it some, but it basically sounded like you were jogging around your house trying to catch your dog or something like that. So
It was-
I don't
it
know,
was
but
this
we're all
bird.
good. Yeah,
was
the
this
bird. So anyway, divers, keep telling everybody about
Very-
iRacing.
So yeah, no kidding. So
That's what we need to talk
it's a
about.
great story. All right.
I'm gonna be a dickhead tonight. In case
Long-
anybody's wondering.
long story short, we
Speaking of long,
we dare him to put the 15-year-old kid in the wall with his car, and he did. And the guy's like, "What are you doing? Why would you do that?" Ray's like, "All right, time to go to bed." That was it. So it was a great story before Andy interjected. But Ray, back to your week.
hey, did you order any Domino's that night?
We'll get to that.
We're always gonna get to it. Let's just go. Listen, if we start the show with Ray talking about his weekend,
Nope.
we can end the show with it, right?
That's
Like
right.
these
Yeah.
little these little branches are what make us
the branches
half-assed
is where
entertaining.
the branches is what's it about, right? We need to go with the
So-
branches.
So I got hungry once again last week after the podcast, after the after party, and I said, "You know what? I'm going to order some pizza." I did, but I was smart this time. I said, "I'm going to order one pizza." I used a coupon. I ordered one pizza, and I ordered Red Bites, one box, 16 pieces, not 132, 16. Ordered 16 pieces and a flat, not the flat pizza. What's it called? Thin crust pizza. All right. So I ordered thin crust pizza, one box, and I was like, you know what? I'll stand at the door and I'll wait for the guy to deliver it. That way I'll be alert. I'll know it's coming. So I'm watching the little, if you've ever ordered from Domino's, they have a little meter that tells you what they're doing. Like, Damien got your order and Andy's
like
making
Uber
it.
for pizza.
It is. Andy's making it and Ray's doing a quality check and Bill's bringing it to you. So Bill was on his way. I'm like, all right, perfect. I got this. So about that time, I got a text, and I look down, and I'm responding to it, and I guess the tracker was a little bit off because I'm looking down, and I'm it's about 11:45. I have a 3-month-old and a 4-year-old and a wife. They're all asleep. And I'm looking down, I'm responding to the text, and here goes our Ring doorbell, which isn't a ding dong. It's a song because we have to have songs. It's dun, 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 dun.
And
Because
there's no
I'm
stopping.
married. That's why. That's why. You said the reason why you have to have a song just a few minutes ago when you're like, and I'm married.
Yeah.
We all knew that.
So that song started playing, and I immediately started sweating. I opened the door. I was like, yeah, thanks for the pizza. So I got it. I turned around, and exactly what you think would happen. Jenna's at the top of the stairs, and she goes, "What the fuck?" I'm like, I got pizza. And the next best thing I could think to say was,
Want a
"Do you
piece?
want a piece?"
Hell yeah. Did you get up because you're hungry?
So,
This old great minds thinks alike. True. I can't believe you got up because you were hungry.
me
Baby
too.
screaming in the background.
So what I'm envisioning as he's looking at this and the doorbell starts ringing, Dyrus runs out the door, grabs the Ring doorbell, and throws it across the yard. That's what my envisioning
I
was.
was so mad because the worst part is I was set up. I was there. I was ready to intercept it. Didn't need the doorbell to ring, and it did. So anyhow, so I say this insensitive comment, and I got what you would imagine would be a response from somebody who got woken up out of their dead sleep, and possibly a 3-month-old and possibly a 4-year-old woken up out of their dead sleep.
And you damn well weren't going to help because your pizza just got there. That's how I'd look at it. I'd be like,
Well, it was warm.
babe, I will help you put them kids back to bed.
Let him run
First, I'm
let,
going to eat my pizza.
Let
let
me
him
get
run
this
it off
pizza.
a little bit. Let him run it off a little bit.
Right, yeah. Just let them play. Why are you always so bitchy about the middle of the night? They're my kids. They want to be up in the
Not that
evening.
big of a
so.
deal. It's just pizza. You know, it's not like I ordered anything crazy. It was just pizza. So anyway, I ate half the pizza and most of the bread bites. It was delicious. Felt great about it. Just missed that little piece there in intercepting the guy at the door. But it was good overall. Probably not going to do it tonight because I know what's going to happen. But
Or what you could do is when the little clock shows like an hour and 18 minutes, you order that shit.
I could do that
Because
as
then
well.
you would just turn around and go. I mean, there is a chance that he'd get there early again.
You never
and
know.
you'd miss
I mean,
it, but
this guy literally outran the GPS. I've never seen anything like it. It was incredible. It was absolutely
You got the Flash delivering
that
pizza up
Stumpin
there in Northern
actually
Virginia.
jumped out of his car while it was still moving in order to deliver my pizza. Hey, did they say Domino's is coming up with ideas to have faster delivery?
Faster
These-
delivery.
Yeah,
These
shit.
guys are out of control. I'm telling you, they're ahead of their time, and I think it's great. That's why I'm a loyal Domino's guy.
We bring up Domino's pretty much every podcast, so I'm thinking we need to reach out.
I gotta
I
be
can
honest with you. I haven't probably eaten Domino's. I can't think of the last time. I don't know if I've
Do they
eaten.
have that up there in Iowa?
Yeah, motherfucker, yeah.
What are your What are your go-to pizza places in Iowa?
Casey's.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a gas station. Wait till y'all come eat this Casey's pizza. I promise you. I
Is
ain't
it
gonna
better
lie.
than
Yeah.
Hunt Brothers?
No shit. Are you kidding me?
Better than
Yeah,
Hunt
Casey's
Brothers.
Pizza is
I love
unfreaking
Hunt
believable. It's a
Better
gas
than Hunt-
station, and their freaking slogan is known for pizza. I'm serious. It's amazing. Oh shit, y'all gonna have to come out here sometime. I forgot we had 2 packages of Dots pretzels at the race too. You guys need to go online, order some Dots pretzels. I probably won't get the damn pizza. I don't think it'll make it to you on time, but you can try it. It's probably gonna be a little bit cold when it
Gas
gets
station
there.
pizza.
It's
Gas station
good.
Pizza, but
It's
that's
more
your-
like a gas or a pizza place that sells gas. But anyway, you can get gas from pizza anywhere you buy it, I think. No, but what the shit? We have Pizza Hut, we have Domino's, we've got Papa John's, Godfather's.
Godfathers, yeah, familiar with that.
And then y'all don't got Pizza Hut?
No, we
yeah.
have Pizza Hut, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you knew all the rest of them. You just didn't know the
Little
best one.
I mean, why are we
Yeah, we got
asking
Little Caesars.
questions like he lives on the other side of the fucking
That's exactly
earth?
right. Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Motherfucker, I don't live in New Zealand yet. I
I was gonna
will
say.
shortly. I don't live there yet.
I've been to India and they got Pizza Huts in India. So
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
a
like
typical
$84 for a pizza.
yeah, it's terrible.
And you can't get no beef on it because then
Yeah,
God
it's
would
just- yeah,
strike them. So you get a
exactly.
pizza with
get a pizza.
freaking cheese
you
on
can
it.
get, and you can get
Fucking
it had
steamed Canadian bacon,
goat-
probably.
it had goat pepperoni or something like that on it.
Good.
I'm seriously, yeah,
I believe it. I believe it.
yeah.
All right,
How was
Andy,
the goat
let's talk about
pepperoni?
your week. How's it been? Pretty.
My week has
Relaxing,
been
huh?
completely uneventful.
Yeah,
My
I bet.
stress level's at an all-time low. The election run by complete fucking super geniuses got that taken care of right away.
There we go.
No, we don't have to go there. It's probably best we don't talk politics.
I just want to point out that Divers has been just holding it in to get to this point
So
now
No,
for
it's not.
15 minutes and 30.
I can go for the next 3 hours. Put me on Fox, and I'll turn these little liberal bitches inside out too. This is unbelievable. I can't even stand to watch it anymore. Y'all don't want this to just be a rant for me because I could go the whole damn time. I'm pissed about the election.
I just want to know how your week was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember him saying anything.
No, it's been a great week. I mean,
Okay.
working
Anything
really
exciting?
hard. Lots of voters depending on my freaking tax money. Any what? That's right. Yeah, that's how I feel. Waking up every day. Today I woke up and I thought, some bitch, all the people voting against my president, I want to give them more money. So I'm gonna go to work hard today. That's my life's goal. That's my week. I went to work today to make sure that the millions of people whose votes matter as much as mine are getting their fucking government check. That's what my week's been. How's everybody else's?
And ladies and gentlemen, that would have been the Should Have Gone to Bed podcast. It lasted for one season through 5 episodes. Actually 5.5 episodes.
If you would like to sponsor our podcast, please email Andy Wykers.
I'll sponsor our damn podcast. If you're a liberal company, you keep your damn money because you're going to need it to pay your taxes. I'm pissed off. We should get away from this topic.
Okay. All right.
I'm really mad.
Let's move on for a second. Just a second.
No, for 3 hours.
Now I'm gonna stoke it again.
Let's talk about your dumbass electric train station going on in your background.
Okay, here we go. So
look, y'all, I don't know anybody watching this live, but he has, it looks like the throttle for like a boat. There's throttle for anything where you push a stick lever in order to speed stuff up and down with it's got 2 shifters on it. I mean, my boats had that and stuff like that on it, but so what exactly is it, Divers, that's behind you?
So here's the deal. Look,
not the deal. I just want to know what it is.
I'm not an interior designer or anything like that, but I do like things that look nice. And I'm not okay with just regular light switches. All right. So
you got a custom oak table for your train set?
Well, so first of all, I don't have a train set.
That's a power on, drive forward, or drive backwards switch behind you.
So it's from, just so you know, I got it on Etsy. Okay. You ever been on Etsy?
Nope.
I know a lot of women that have.
You know what? Etsy's phenomenal. I don't care what you guys say.
Gets there and buys Korean pop stuff sometimes.
K-pop?
Yep.
Do they call it Fanta?
No.
Look, dude, I already admitted defeat.
I was asking. Y'all call what do you guys call soda drinks or pop? What do you call? You call them pop? Is it pop?
No, drinks.
No, it's Cokes.
Yeah, Cokes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, in the Midwest we say pop.
Like if you
That's why when he said Korean pops, I'm like, what flavors did she get?
No.
You guys both looked at me like I was stupid as hell.
Korean pop music.
No, it's Cokes.
Okay.
We get some
K-pop.
Cokes. So anyhow, so there's a business on Etsy called Steampunk Designs. All right, and so
I like steampunk.
Yeah, so they have steel,
like steam engine from like a train.
Okay, so they do like steel type stuff, very industrial, mechanical, industrial like housing devices. Which probably isn't a thing, but
switches.
And this particular light switch I liked because it fit what I was doing. It's fit to what I'm trying to do down here in the man cave, and I like it. And people notice it. You noticed it, so it did exactly what I wanted it to do.
Yeah,
which was
you wanted me to know you have a train station.
And you know what? Now
that's
I
where
want
you change the tracks.
I want a train set down here, and
you can run it right off of your light switch.
I'm going to go to Lionel.
Can you imagine if you push that right one all the way up, how fast that train would be going?
My kids would be so excited about it. All right.
Absolutely.
And then when the Domino's guy rings the doorbell, they wouldn't fucking know because they'd be down here with the trains. So
And if you time it right, your
Joke's on
whistle
you,
might
bitch.
sound like the song. Joke's on you, bitch. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's what it is. All right, I get it.
So
If
you
were
have giant
here-
lever light switches, and you
when
buy them on Ecstasy.
When you actually finally make a trip,
Not more ecstasy. That's nice.
when you make a trip to the East Coast and hang out with Ray and I, you can come to our abodes. You can see my switches. You can see Ray's big checks in the background.
I can also see Ray's switch. You know what that is right there behind him? I instantly identified that as a light switch. Doesn't look like a train station controller. Doesn't look like it looks like a light switch. I mean, I think it's going the wrong direction right now. It looks like it's down. Yeah.
It is down.
So that's a little confusing.
No, it's not. It's up.
That means
Oh,
it's a
okay.
three-way. It means it's a three-way switch.
No, he said it's up.
It's up.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Look down to me too.
It's up.
But what do I
Well,
know?
I tell you what, though, his wall space looks like it could use that check hanging up on the wall with maybe some mirror clips.
Oh,
wait a
he
minute.
got his sundae.
What?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk while he's eating this.
I'm not. What?
No way.
What are you talking about?
I read your daughter's comment on Facebook, and I just saw her hand you a sundae. Now, I will
She's a
say it
snake.
does not look like it had nuts on it. Oh, you have to put your own nuts on?
Here, yeah, Sonic and North
She
Carolina.
brought you a Sunday from Sonic?
Yes, my wife and my daughters love me.
Y'all got Dairy Queen?
Dairy Queen's amazing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love me a Blizzard.
So he's going to sit here and he's going to eat a chocolate fudge sundae.
Why would you do that? I am trying not to order food, and you are here eating a freaking Sunday in my face.
It's right after Halloween. How could you even think about ordering food on a night like this? I've got bags and bags and bags of candy in my
Dude,
house.
So,
I'm living off of it.
So we took Hudson trick-or-treating last weekend, and he got, they had at least in our neighborhood, they had they had, bowls on the porch. That's
That's
kinda
what we
how it
did.
was. And which really kind of asked you to take more than you would typically take during a regular trick-or-treating. So I put some in my pocket, and he got some, and
You know they have
Yeah.
this Ring video doorbell thing where people can see you stealing their candy, right?
I do. Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
very familiar
Just-
with the Ring.
I didn't know if you'd heard of Ring or not. at
But
this
it's
point.
Very familiar with
stealing.
it.
Is it stealing?
It's not stealing if
No.
it's out there for the taking. So, anyhow,
So what you're saying is you were very liberal while reaching into the bucket?
it means that other people paid for it, and then I took as much as I could possibly get.
Perfect. So you were out
Bernie
teaching your
Sanders
son to
supporter.
be an American. That's what you were doing. You weren't trick or treating. You were walking around, tires, guns, and freedom, bitches.
It's guns and freedom. Give me all your candy.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
exactly.
You paid for it. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
That's
Oh,
what it
yeah,
comes
well.
down to. Your candy
Oh.
is my version of freedom, and I'm going to
So-
use my gun to get it and my tires to get the hell out of here. That's what we
Right.
need more of in America.
So my middle daughter went up with my niece and her and aunt or sister-in-law to up towards Raleigh trick or treating. They have a friend up there, and they had a party or something. So then they went trick or treating around the neighborhood. Well, here in Rocky Mount, you go to the door, you get maybe the little small candy bars, little squares.
I mean, like a million of those.
A million of them, right? So
really slows me down opening those bitches, though.
yeah. So my daughter comes and she goes. She said, "Dad," she said, "we got rich people candy." I'm like, "What?" She said, "We got rich people candy." I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "I went up and they gave me a whole candy bar, and it was like a whole Hershey's bar, you know."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I grew up, we didn't see no shit like that.
Yeah, I didn't have it growing up, but like that's our entire neighborhood. This is the first time we've ever trick-or-treated in our neighborhood, and we just drove from house to house because you guys know we're in Iowa, and in your guys' vision, it's basically just fields with maybe one or two cities. Here, I'll tell you that
Here's some
also,
corn.
also
Here's
called
some
reality.
And
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
here's
So
some corn.
like we have to drive a quarter mile just to get to the road. So, we had to drive from house to house getting it. But that's the same thing. I mean, everything out here, everybody had like full-size candy bars and stuff. It made me feel bad because we put a big ass bucket down at the end of our lane and had the mini stuff in there. And I'm like, turns out nobody's going to trick or treat here because A, we're off the beaten path, and B, we're the cheap sons of bitches. I'm like, oh, this sucks. They even stopped by. We had like 5 or 6 families stop by, and they took like one piece of candy each. I was hoping for a guy like Divers to come in and just take everything from me. That's kind of where I was at. So now my fat ass has to eat all that food.
Oh, it would have cost me money to put out buckets. So I wanted to.
Were you handing out first aid kits?
Yeah, I was out of those too. So no buckets, nary a bucket.
Don't go to the Diver's house. You get a wet wipe and a fucking mask.
You get 2 masks because we got to get rid of them.
Is it ironic to anybody else that what we were all worried about was how China gave us the coronavirus? And then what happened was everybody wanted fucking masks. I work with 4 companies that I helped source masks in China. I'm like, this is the most backward shit I've ever seen in my life. And everybody's just grabbing them. Oh, this mask will save me from COVID. It just came from the land of COVID. Don't worry about it.
Wonder why cases have gone up.
Yeah, exactly right.
So same thing. Hudson got like some full candy bars. So he gets home and we don't do the like, pour it all out and look at it all. I mean, you can.
That was the best part of Halloween. It's the first thing we did.
Well, what I mean by that is like I don't inspect all of the candy for
I got you.
Prick marks or any of that.
Yeah.
Like
You're not looking for razor blades like our parents used. As I got older, I thought to myself, it takes a creative son of a bitch to get a razor blade through the package in a mini Snickers.
Yeah.
And my dumb ass to eat it. That's a talented individual right there.
If you're trying that hard, dude, you got me. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm not coming at your game that hard either.
We get the point.
So Hudson gets a full-size Kit Kat bar.
Oh.
And there are 2 candy bars in the world that I love. One of them is a Kit Kat bar.
And the other one comes in a wrapper. I'll be here all night, folks. If I can get Ray to spit his ice cream on the screen, I'm fucking done with this show. It'll never get better.
This Sunday is so good. This stuff ain't going nowhere.
Okay, Brandon, now that we've established you like Kit Kat and anything else that you buy for 99 cents at a gas station, okay.
You stole my thunder there a little bit, you asshole. But you're right, by the way. But if I were to put them in order, number 1 would be a Kit Kat. Number 2 would be a Fifth Avenue bar. Not many people know about Fifth Avenue bars, but I love a Fifth Avenue bar.
It's just a knockoff of Heath.
It's not a knockoff of Heath.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Seriously?
Yeah. Isn't it toffee and chocolate?
It's not. No, it's peanut butter and chocolate.
Oh, well then I guess I didn't know what a Fifth Avenue was.
Watch how it's made on the Discovery Channel.
I have never had either one of those.
You've never had a Heath bar?
Mm-mm.
Go to Dairy Queen. It's on the menu. Get a Heath Blizzard. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Yes, Sonic. What kind of
I don't
Sonic
know if
Blizzard?
they have Heath.
What is in your Sonic?
Huh?
What
Those
is
were
in
nuts.
your Sonic Blizzard?
I didn't get a Blizzard. I got just a straight hot fudge sundae with nuts.
If you were reading the comments, you'd have seen that.
Yeah, I'm not reading the comments. I'm just.
How come none of these people?
I'm
Kevin Clapp is watching. Kevin, you're watching. If you're watching, say hi or something. Kevin is the highlight of my freaking day. So Kevin,
thank you. We appreciate that.
Well, not every day. Just the
okay.
days he comes in.
Is Kenneth on?
Yeah, he was talking shit about Ray earlier.
Yeah.
He was the one that brought up Ray's issue with his mic.
With my mic, yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
So Kevin comes to the office every day. I don't want to say what he does. I don't want the guy to get in trouble, but every day he shows up in like a U-Haul truck. It used to be like this giant big brown truck. Now he comes in a U-Haul all the time. I don't know what the shit's going on with that. Obviously, by their rates, they could be buying new vehicles. But anyway, so Kevin is a big political guy. So you can imagine how much fun we have when deliveries are made to our office here. What do you read? Are you catching up now, Divers?
I was trying. I'm sorry.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
listening.
I was watching your hat. Looks good.
Thank you.
So anyway, well, maybe Kevin's not watching. Oh, great, Amanda is. But yeah, Amanda.
Amanda's always
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, it's like I wonder what that dumbass is gonna say tonight.
Andy was just talking about how much he loves you.
I already told her ass that her and the kids can start packing up because New Zealand looks like a wonderful place to live. Been there, love it.
Okay, Ray, what's the next subject?
Yeah.
we can't wait. We can't go to New Zealand.
Wait, did we
What's wrong
even
with
finish
New Zealand?
talking about what were we talking about? Oh,
We were talking about our
trick-or-treating.
weeks.
No, we were talking about
talking-
trick or treating.
Oh, trick or treating. Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
You were going to finish that story up there, Divers. You said
Well, no,
like it.
I was just talking about my two favorite candy bars, and then Andy made me feel bad about myself. and
That
made me
all
feel
came
fat.
from
He
that
made
all
me feel
came
fat.
from dumping
But
out.
I'm not fat.
Dumping out. I didn't say you were fat. I said you like candy bars. You obviously have a very good exercise regimen.
Does this look like a good exercise right here?
Dude, I stood up earlier to walk away from the camera before you guys got on and got a side profile shot. And was like, holy shit.
That's where I'm
All
at
right,
too.
boy, it's time to go back on that intermediate fast.
I do that.
Get back
I
in
do
the
that in the
gym.
bathroom, and it's it's not good.
No.
Yeah, it's not a
All
lot.
right. Anyway, that's. I mean,
That kind of goes along with something like, so me and Molly, like I said, Friday night we went to we're at that bar, and we're sitting at the table, eating, and like I said, good reggae band, just chill. And we look around, and I looked at Molly, and me and both her go, it's an older crowd, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah. And then we both realized
It's 80s.
they're our age.
I was gonna say, you are.
Yeah, no shit. But it creeps up on you, right?
That
You're
it
only
does.
as old as you feel.
Is the reggae band the one who had the damn dinosaur on the stage?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's what I've
solid.
got. I sent y'all boys a video of the dinosaur dancing on the stage. Yeah,
That's kind of my next purchase. That's
that dinosaur suit.
yeah. I mean, I got to be honest. That
I can
dinosaur
see you
suit's
getting in
kind
a
of awesome.
lot of trouble with the dinosaur suit.
Like just at races or voting or going to Walmart. Like, is that
Voting?
technically a mask?
I don't know what voting
Uh,
has to do with
I
it.
was
but
gonna say, I wonder if you showed up to the polls in that.
do you think
could
they
you-
give you two ballots?
Would they?
Yeah.
Would they
Only
let
if
you
you were
come
in the
in?
ballot.
Yeah, because obviously I've only been dead for hundreds of years. Y'all don't want to go here. We ain't going there. So here's my question. Going back to trick or treating. So all these places cancel freaking trick or treating for COVID, right? Because I mean, shit. Why would we want our kids to enjoy the holiday they look forward to half the year, where they're gonna be all crazy and blah blah blah?
It's my son's favorite holiday.
So here's my question. Oh yeah, and Youngblood, I would play golf in the damn dino suit. It wouldn't make my swing any worse. My arms would be a
$100
little
if he does it.
shorter.
$100
You'd
if
have
he
to-
does.
Are you shitting me?
Why would you
As
even?
soon as you give me my first 50, you're gonna get pictures. I'll golf, and for $100, I will golf. You're paying cash, right? I don't want to pay taxes on this shit. And at this point, you're gonna probably have to 1099 me for as much money as I've taken. Jesus,
There you
what
go.
did you? Holy crap! I guess I know who you voted for. You're just like everybody else, paid off to do this shit.
Yeah, I got it
anyway.
I got it from you.
For $100
It's your
bill,
money.
I'll golf in a damn dinosaur costume in the snow. That's worthwhile for $100. Hell yeah. We're all whores. I just know my price.
It's not that much.
Yeah, it's pretty
Not to wear a dinosaur costume.
yeah, no
But
In
doubt.
anyway, so
snow?
my question is this: if everybody's required to wear a mask, what do you call the things you put over your face in Halloween? Isn't that a Halloween mask? Right?
Yeah.
So I guess my question is I mean, most cases, Halloween, the kids all seem to be social distance. I've never had every freaking one of them come to my door at once. It's like one and then the next and then the next. I'd say they're at least
You
6
get a
feet apart.
bottleneck. You got bottlenecks on some Porsches.
Unless
Well,
you're
yeah,
in
the
in
ones
deep-
handing out full-size candy
Dude.
bars. We've already established I don't do that.
unless you're in the deep, unless you're in the deep south. If you're in the deep south, they come on freaking hay rides,
Oh
and
yeah,
there's like 40 of them,
that's
and
what
they
I
all
was
show
going
up
to
at
say.
one time.
They hadn't done it in years, but in my neighborhood,
Holy
they would
shit.
actually. It got so bad where there's so many cars coming into the neighborhood. They would actually block off unless you lived here. You could not come in after a certain time.
You must have had HOA.
It wasn't.
You know
we
what we
do,
call
but we
those in
don't.
you know what we call those in Iowa?
Gates.
Gated community. That's where the rich people live, Ray. Yeah.
No,
He's all
listen.
describing Like
Will you
blocked it
fucking
off.
listen? We blocked. It was blocked off.
Don't want anybody to see our 13 bedroom
Oh,
home.
God.
Yeah, now we know where this shit's coming from.
Yeah. So it was blocked off, and to prevent people, there were so many people walking and so much traffic, it was dangerous. So they blocked it off. So that way,
Close
and
the
then
gates.
and then the owner, then the people that lived there got together with lawnmowers and trailers or whatever, and would pull kids around. You assholes! I'm trying to look in the world
So
we
you're
live in
saying
today. In the world we live in.
Lawnmowers.
This is the shit that I'm finding out now that I know Ray. When I was a kid, I had to A, walk to get my fucking candy.
I'm not saying when I was a
I
kid.
had a chance of getting run over by a vehicle, and C, they can close the gates in a community. You wouldn't even have to have your parents go trick or treat with you. Where are you going to go? You're locked in. It's like high fence hunting.
Not just any community,
That you know all about.
and not just any vehicle, but a lawnmower.
Yeah,
A
they
lawnmower.
also had lawnmowers. Do you know what we had for a lawnmower when I was a kid? Its name was Andy. And that's how we mowed our lawn. And I had to walk to do that shit. Like
With
walk.
scissors.
Yeah,
and-
we didn't have one of them electric ones with the front wheels and shit. We got that for Mom after I moved out. She's like, let's go get one of those ones you just stroll around behind. I'm like, man, I need to push that shit up the hills and everything else. It's
know
You
what's
ridiculous.
crazy?
sound like a 70-year-old man telling
Getting
the
close
stories
to
his
being there.
I was getting ready
grandchildren.
to say, it's what's crazy is life is about to come full circle for you, Andy. You're about to be another lawn mowing Andy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so.
Thinking about it.
Mow some
You
lawns.
hoping for more? I got nothing on that.
Okay.
You're staring. I like it where you're staring down because you're looking at me.
So I've got
Even
a
for the
different
people watching, it actually looks
have-
like you're looking at me. I
I
can
have a
maybe
different
gaze
computer
up.
tonight.
Here, I'll look up. You look down. We'll do this
hold on.
eye-to-eye
Amanda said,
contact thing.
Andy, your yard was like 5 passes. Like, you made it sound like
What's
it was
that?
some damn.
It is with the new mower. Now I got a
12
72-inch freaking mower. That
Sure.
yard is like 11 passes in the front yard alone.
She's
and
talking
Amanda,
about when
just
you
so
were
you know,
growing up, pushing
all
your
that
damn
rock
mama's yard with the damn cutter from the 20s.
No, we didn't have all the rock that's there now. You,
You made it
Amanda,
sound,
that's it, Amanda.
you made it sound like it was.
And
a
she's
damn
looking. Look,
public
even she's
field.
looking up at divers.
It was the size of the camper we stayed in Texas. This is what she said. What are you doing?
Huh. I'm trying to figure out how we recognize the size of the camper. She's probably talking about the camping spot. What the fuck?
What
Where are
she was
your
talking
guys'
about.
wives?
She said camper.
She
Yeah,
said
she
camper.
did say
It's a camping
camper.
spot.
Yeah, so I don't really know what that's saying, but that's okay. That's fine. We'll get your guys' wives on here. I don't know what the fuck she's even talking about.
I think she's being honest, and she's just trying to.
I'm gonna go
bring
measure
some-
that yard. I'm gonna measure that yard.
Measure the
I
yard,
guarantee you.
please. Please
I
measure
just-
the yard.
I appreciate the honesty, and I appreciate her bringing some validity to this conversation, and that's what should happen because we
Agreed.
don't want to. We don't want to mislead people. I mean, we're not a dishonest podcast, are we?
Amanda
Oh.
says the size of your parents' yard was so flipping small.
It's phenomenal.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I know what it means.
Is she
It means that
I
saying
know what it
we're
flipping?
done.
Is that Amanda trying to? She like didn't want to write fuck on our podcast.
It might have
Is that what it
been. Yeah.
My wife
Well,
is super classy.
Flipping.
That's why she'd never use a word like that.
No, she would not.
Not on text.
I've seen you use her as a ventriloquist doll before.
Me?
Yeah. If fuck would come out of her mouth, but it was you saying it.
yeah, she's probably thinking something that did me. That's the truth right there.
Oh,
when we
never-
having a get together with all your guys' wives, I think you guys should come out to the company Christmas parties out here. I think we could have a pretty good time.
There's a
Oh.
great idea.
Yeah. I'm
Diver
going
could
to
pack
Iowa
up-
in the middle of winter.
Yeah, we got snowmobiles. Divers, you can pack the train set up, bring it with you.
Shoot
Okay.
you.
Y'all be a lot of
Okay.
fun. Listen, I knocked snowmobiling forever. All my friends did and stuff. I said, man, that's the dumbest shit. Like, who wants to get all dressed up and then go out in the cold and ride around at 80 mile an hour for a while? And then Mikey, one of my buddies, got me to, he wanted me to ride on his all the time. Go drive it, go drive it. I said, I'm not going to drive it because I'll end up wanting one and buying one. So I went the other route and just bought this old cheap one first. And holy shit, I mean, we ride the hell out of it. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to get a new one this year, but it's a blast.
It is. Jen took us up to when I lived in Colorado, she took us up like 2 hours away, and I didn't know where we were going, but took us up to this really old lodge, and we went snowmobiling, and it was awesome. It was absolutely amazing. One of the coolest things I think I've ever done.
It's freaking fun. Have you ever been on a snowmobile, Ray?
Nah, I've never been on a snowmobile.
No,
As
he was
much
good.
as you like to race and do your dirt track shit,
I don't like the cold though.
Oh, it's not. You sweat like crazy. Shit,
Yeah, you do.
my old snowmobile has heated grips. You wear a
Oh, yeah.
gaiter that comes down your helmet, and then it's just basically like a race suit that's
Look.
super insulated.
I figured out when I was in Wisconsin. When I was in Milwaukee, it was.
Were you helping count votes?
No, it was like it was 15 degrees, and that
You
was
must
cold
have been.
Voted
enough.
four
You must have
times.
been dropping off all the Biden votes that were coming out of North Carolina.
No,
You were driving down the highway, found a semi full of election votes. Somebody's got to turn them in. They must go to Milwaukee.
That's why I hesitated when I said Wisconsin.
He
and
said
Milwaukee.
Wisconsin. He goes, "Oh shit!"
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly because I
I'll just
knew
throw my
like,
jabs. We're not going to be all
we had-
political.
like I hadn't. Even, I mean, we hadn't even discussed that. That hadn't even come across. I just knew. It was just,
I'm pissed.
but anyway, like it was 15 below up there, and we're sitting outside waiting to get into a place to go race. And I realized at that point I was not built for that type of weather.
You weren't dressed for that type of weather.
No, I'm not built. For
See,
that
I'm
type
not
of
built
weather.
for Texas and the heat and stuff
I-
like that. When
this
we were
shit
down
don't
there
bother
in
me.
June, I about died.
That's a dry heat, boy.
Oh no, it was
Come
hot.
on, wait till you come out
My
of North
face was
Carolina
wet.
in August and it's like 98 degrees and 115% humidity. You take a shower and you step outside and you need a shower immediately.
Yeah, I don't like heat. If the temperature stayed between 35 and 72, I'd be fine
I'd agree
all
with
year.
that.
35. Raise that up a little bit.
36.
35 's
No,
good.
I'm talking like 50.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
No,
you
yeah,
you cut
cold.
in on my days to ride the motorcycle at that point.
you can ride a motorcycle at 50 if
come
you're not a
I
pussy.
can, and I
Aren't you
have,
doing
and I
that?
do. Yeah, but it's still not something I prefer to do. Okay? I'm sitting here. If I've got a decision to make, okay, you're going to say, Ray, you can leave on this day and have the same, no difference, and you can leave on this day, same difference. The only difference being that this day it's 50 degrees and this day it's 78. I'm hauling ass on 78 all day long. I mean, you know what I mean?
Hey, does
It's like I
Molly
tell
ride that
people all
hog?
around.
Does Molly
she
ride
doesn't.
that hog with you?
She don't really get on in it. She's rode a couple times and she
The motorcycle.
will, but she's just not.
What just happened?
Yeah,
I have
but,
no idea what's going on right
no,
now.
she doesn't.
Like my whole train of thought completely
She
changed
had
with everything here.
She,
No,
So I'm just
so
looking blank stared
Did
over
she
here.
not want to, or
yeah,
she
not-
just not her
yeah,
thing?
yeah. Like it's not comfortable to her, and like
Understood.
riding motorcycles is one of those things. Like you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
Like the people that are in between that buy the bike because they think they could love it and they ride it just so they don't feel like an ass for buying something, But yeah,
Like
you
a
either love
dinosaur
it-
suit.
like a dinosaur suit. Yeah. You can
Amanda, I know
always-
you're still watching. Could
So-
you please get that lined up in the Amazon cart? Because
What?
we ordering that shit. Get an extra large. I've got a couple more weeks before I start losing.
I hope it shows up while you're doing the pitch. Yeah, if you
Oh.
guys see me looking around, it's not the dog, it's the
Yeah, shit.
the dinosaur suit that I'm waiting on showing up.
I may keep the pitch going long enough to wear the damn dinosaur suit doing it now. Just for a week of fucking dinosaur. What do I care?
So
Shit.
so
I'm gonna get a
I've-
collar that says I voted.
That's like I'm going to confess, like I'm whistling out this weekend on a chopper camp out because it's going to be too cold.
Okay.
I'm not camping out because it's too cold.
So I rode a
Now
motorcycle.
Friday I couldn't. Friday I wouldn't be able to go.
Myself.
I mean, I'm talking to no. So
Keep going, Ray.
Yeah, keep
You were
going,
talking
right?
about how you're a pussy.
yeah. No, I'm just saying. Like we were supposed to leave. We were supposed to leave on Friday and go up, and I can't because of work. So I'm not going Friday, but I'm gonna ride up Saturday. It's gonna be a cold ride coming home, but at least I'm gonna sleep in a warm bed. So
That's good. So what I was gonna say is that I rode a motorcycle one time in my life, and I rode it with my before I was married. I dated a girl for about 4 years, 4.5 years, and her dad had a motorcycle.
Okay.
And so
Wait a
I was
minute.
gonna say, just
Hold
because
on.
they have long hair, don't make them a girl. He was wearing, if he was
Andy.
wearing all leather and you could feel his balls, it was not a
Andy.
girl. Yeah.
Andy, I just need you to let him finish this story. I think I'm going to love it. Go ahead.
So I rode the motorcycle with her dad, and
That's what I was. That is what I was hoping for.
What's he doing? Riding
Kid.
around like
Kids, your dreams can come true. You rode butt to butt with your girlfriend's father.
I sure did.
You rode pole to hole
Oh,
with your girlfriend's father.
I sure did.
Did he give you one of those?
Did you
Helmets
hold
with
on?
no mask?
Hold on.
I
Did you
even
have
wore
to-
leather pants.
Did,
I
did
had
you-
leather pants on as well.
Did you?
Oh.
Let me write the time down right here. I need to make sure this one hits one. Did you have to hold on to him at any point of this
The
ride?
whole time it's
Are you
divers.
kidding
I'm
me? I
sure.
held on around his whole waist.
Are
kidding
you
me?
fucking me? Are you kidding me right now?
Dude, I didn't know. I've
Dude,
never ridden a motorcycle in my life.
It's code right now. If me and my daddy were on the side of the road and he's broke down, he can ride on.
Wait.
No, he can ride on the back of my bike, but he's riding in backwards, back to back. But that's code.
Here's the deal. I understand it.
Turns out Divers was actually on a fucking moped. The guy was just a perv.
Hold on, I'm gonna answer this. I guarantee you, it was a Honda, wasn't it?
You motherfucker! It was a Honda.
I told you, because no self-respected Harley owner,
Would let it
no self-respected
But it looked
Harley
like a
owner
Harley.
would let a dude ride his motorcycle by himself.
But it looked like
Like,
a Harley.
hey, buddy, let me grab your bike and roll. No, that shit don't happen. It has to be there has to be some special circumstances, right? But I can tell you right now that ain't no self-respecting Harley owner. Even the guy that bought it, that was a damn doctor, and put his
Hey, man.
hat on with his thing hanging out, and play his bike on the weekend, would ride pole to hole with another man.
He's straight up leading now. He's
I
like,
just can't. Diver, I just
crazy.
can't. I'm imagining you riding. And
I'm
see,
not
now-
imagining. Here's the deal. I'm going to be researching who this ex-girlfriend was because I guarantee you there is a cheese ball ass photo of Divers with his arm around his fucking ex-girlfriend's dad, leaning with his foot off the bike going, the big old cheese, like, I'm going to ride on a motorcycle. I'm going to find that picture. It's
on a
got to be
Honda.
there.
On a Honda.
So, all right, if you'll let me talk, I will give you another laughing.
I don't know if I want to talk to you anymore.
So he's like, all right, let's get on. I was like, man, is this thing a Harley? And because it kind of like for a sec. I mean, look, I'm not a freaking bike enthusiast. I don't know. And he's like,
I'm not
no.
either. I wouldn't ride pull the hole.
He's like,
I thought that was man
like-
code.
he's like, no, it's a Honda. It's like, okay, well, good looking bike. We'll roll. So we did. All right, it happened. All right? It didn't move. Just so you know,
It did or didn't?
it did not.
Okay,
All
okay.
right.
I'm
Everything
still
was
picturing Diver in the leather pants.
I know. Why did you? Whose leather
How
pants
did
were
we
they?
just blow by that?
They were his leather pants, and
Like now, when you say leather pants, do you mean chaps or actual pants?
they were
Please
chaps.
be pants.
Okay,
Oh.
chaps. I was
Yeah,
gonna
they
say. I
they
mean,
weren't
Like,
like
please be pants.
they weren't
Please
like
be
Mick, they weren't like Mick Jagger pants. All right,
no, I mean they were chaps.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So I mean that's what happened, and I mean it was a good 15, 20 minutes. A little ride through the back country, and then we came back. And that
Was it
that.
romantic?
Well, looking back on it,
Listen,
probably.
if you stopped at a park out in the trees and had candles around a picnic blanket,
Picking it.
We did not
that
stop.
was not a Harley ride. That was a date.
We did not stop.
And you, son,
Okay.
were the bitch. And that's
We didn't stop. Okay. So I rode a motorcycle. I don't want to talk anymore about it now. I'm gonna go play with my trains.
yeah, you probably should. I can't wait to hear. I'm just sooner or later. That shit's gonna come by.
With the dad.
Relationship didn't last. I don't know what to tell you.
Because she saw you ride bitch with her dad.
The relationship lasted.
That was a test, and you failed miserably.
Here's what it came down to: is it lasted about four years and 1 day.
Here's what happened.
On their 4-year anniversary, he went for a ride with her dad, riding bitch on the motorcycle.
This is what that was. Her dad had like this pristine Harley in the back garage, and she comes home and says, "Dad, I met this guy. He's good, like, a great guy." And she's like, "Bring him on by." And he gives him the test and he fucking fails, is what happens.
Yeah. Divers goes through.
What kind of woman wants to be with a man she watches ride bitch on a Honda?
I hope Elizabeth is watching.
She is. And she'll tell you. I know Mackenzie will. As a matter of fact, I ought to call Mackenzie in here and get her on the damn thing. She'd teach you something, Diver.
I'm now picturing him riding around in his ex-girlfriend's daddy truck with her driving and him sitting in the middle of a bench seat. Every time he throws his arm around her and spits. She throws her arm around him and spits her chew into a fucking bottle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I really like this truck. This is a great truck.
Yeah, this is a good show.
It's nice.
It should be.
I love all the sounds it makes. It's great.
All I'm imagining is
rolling on 36s.
All I'm imagining is that movie Dodgeball when they're trying to raise money for the gym. And they got the one skinny kid's like inside cleaning the redneck's wheels, and he's back there talking about, yeah, get a little deeper, boy. That's what I imagine Divers is out there polishing the chrome on that Honda.
All right. I'll give you guys a little, take a lot.
She's still up there doing her hair, boy. You just a little bit, though.
I give you a little.
That spot right there a little bit.
And you take a lot.
Oh, I'm going to take all I can get on that one, Divers. That one's a little
Yeah, no shit. Oh, my gosh. How's your Prius running, Divers?
Sorry, it's good. She's a little low on charge. But we're going to get her. We're going to get her full speed tonight.
You see what Elizabeth said? Pull that one up, Ray.
Oh.
See, she even knows.
I'm watching it.
Here we go. All right.
Yeah. So, hey, Brandon, if you come up to go snowmobiling, I'll just buy you another one because we're not gonna do that. I'll ride with Andy.
Has Mikey got one?
Yeah.
You can put Mikey and Divers on.
I don't want to drive. I just want to sit in the back.
Exactly right.
Pretty much.
Listen, I would have got you a sled. I can say that. I'd hook a sled up behind that bitch and pull it over. You rode on the Honda? Had I known that shit, I wouldn't have made the moped joke. It turns out it was.
What CC Honda was it? It may have been a moped.
I didn't get the
Divers. Did he have to straddle the engine or were his feet together in front of him? Oh my god!
I'm here for the entertainment.
It was blue and the kickstand was on both sides. Coolest thing I've ever seen.
It was amazing.
It said
Honda,
a button. It said Honda Vespa on the front.
When he started it up, it went vroom, vroom, vroom.
No, it did like a Prius. It went
Yeah, exactly right. Man, on that ride, though, we hit like 18 mile an hour. 18 mile an hour. But the coolest thing, guys, is on the back of his motorcycle, he has this little orange flag that sticks about 4 foot up in the air.
It's like one of those little lawn flags.
Right in the basket.
Amanda always comes through picturing Dumb and Dumber on the moped together. Just go, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't. Really not having fun anymore. This is not fun.
It's great. I mean, this is entertainment right here.
No
this
shit.
is what the people don't pay for.
I swear this is a true story.
Shit, it just hit me. If Biden wins this fucking election,
That's all.
Are we
of
gonna
us.
have to? If they're gonna raise
That's
minimum
the new
wage, am I
Uber.
gonna have to pay freaking Ray $15 an hour to produce this fucking show? Because at this point, it's not worth it.
I'm not.
Hey
paying
Molly,
you.
change our boat.
Hey, you got time.
You got
Time. If
Oh,
that
they
boat's
didn't
going
yet.
blue, you've got 9 more freaking days if you
They
want. 'em.
didn't. They didn't tell y'all that North Carolina not only did they extend the 12 days for the ballots to get here, but at any point you wanted to go change your mind, you could.
You voted for Cooper, didn't you?
Andy, I'm joking.
Oh, I'm just sitting there going, this
I
year
saw
I
it.
might believe it.
I saw it. In
I'm
his
like,
eyes.
I know he's joking, but I can honestly believe that shit this year.
If you're listening to this later, you need to come back and watch the video just to see Andy's face. That shit was
Like-
hilarious.
Just feels real. Just feels real.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what way Northern Virginia was going to go when they called it with less than 1% of the vote in.
And the polls are closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Fox News desk has a state to call Virginia. It's gonna go-
Virginia, less than 1%.
It was
of the vote.
like 71% Trump, and they called it. I was like, no, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see how
Well, they
Wisconsin
knew-
turns out with 135% of the votes in now.
Who was it that said?
Fucking
Well, the
weird.
reason they had the elections is to see how many fake votes they had to put in.
Exactly right. But that's the only thing that election day did is it was a flashing billboard across 30 fucking news networks saying, you guys need to come up with 138,000 votes if you want to win Wisconsin. Oh, we're getting our ass kicked down in Georgia. Maybe we should have a pipe burst that's not even in the area and shut down counting for 4 hours miraculously.
We don't like what these 6 states are doing. Let's stop. And let's
just
reach.
Are you
Pause.
serious? We're the
Pause.
last
Pause.
6? We're
Let's
the last
time
6.
out.
Let's just
Time
take
out.
a break.
Time out.
Uh-oh. To us?
No.
Oh, counting ballots.
Yeah. Well,
We're the
yes,
last
to us.
6 now. We got forever. Right? Like, just take your time. Nobody cares.
What about
It doesn't matter.
What was a couple states that split the electorate vote too, right? So was it
Nebraska and Maine.
and that's
and
going
Maine.
to come, and that could very possibly bite us in the ass. That
Why?
one, he got one in to get hold on one second.
No, we'll be fine. The
Yeah.
63.
No, what
we
I'm
have
saying
to
is,
do that.
I'm saying Biden. Biden got one. Biden got one electorate vote out of Nebraska,
Yep.
and that put him to the point that if he gets Nevada, that's 270. So that 1 point is going.
Yeah, but the good news is when the votes get counted and he loses Arizona, then he's got to find 11 more.
that's true.
But don't worry, folks. They are going to have who?
Amanda said you voted for Kanye.
She ain't talking about me.
That's what she
knows
said.
damn-
She said it.
She said it.
I think we must have been talking about something and she made a comment or something. She knows I didn't vote for Kanye.
She's not.
I'll
talking
pull
about
the
me.
fucking sign down right now and hold it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
You voted
wrote
for Kanye.
that. She wasn't talking about me. I think she's talking about divers.
Who voted for
She voted
Kanye?
You're just going to keep flashing. Amanda, who voted for Kanye?
I didn't vote for Kanye.
Yeah, you did.
Did you vote for
Did not.
Kanye?
No, I voted for Honda.
You want China back, so you did
You're
vote
gonna
for
take
Biden.
the world over.
So I always look to it's kind of nerdy, I guess, but I always look to at the states, especially the states that like I think should have won another that I thought was going to go away, is like what the independent candidates took. Joe Jorgensen hurt Trump in several states.
Yeah, I mean, it's, by the way, Amanda just commented and said, I was talking about divers. So wanted to make sure we got that flashed up so none of you, I don't want the 13 people listening to think I switched sides because I sure as hell haven't.
Why would I vote for Kanye?
Because you ride on the back of other guys' mopeds.
Okay, first of all, it was not a moped. It was a Honda motorcycle. It went. Bum, 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 bum.
If it was a Honda Rebel, it's counted as a moped.
I am Google searching Honda mopeds.
Amanda, I want my chicken salt and pepper shakers back. I would like them back by the end of the week, please.
Oh, that's dangerous. Divers. That's worse than the doorbell ringing.
I'm fine with them. They're on my damn dinner table. You can send them back, Amanda, because every night I get to sit down to dinner and I'm like, there's a little piece of divers in my house now.
Never mind, you can keep them.
Yeah, great. I've been informed by the Google that
Would
Honda
you
does
say
not
that
make
divers-
a moped they make scooters, which is worse, actually. So you probably rode around on a Honda scooter. How wide
Which
were
is a
the tires?
motorcycle. I
Would
don't
you go
know.
to
I
say
didn't
that you
measure
have
'em.
diver's cock in your house?
Technically, I guess I do.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I use it to salt my food. Amanda, that shit's off the table when I get home. Gone.
So you're saying you
I'm
shake
actually going to
diver's
send another
cock?
set.
Yeah.
You
no.
shake diver's cock,
Yeah.
and white stuff comes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a fucking stroke into it. It's all over my food.
Okay. All right, let's move on.
Great.
Shit, all you do is bump that thing and it spills all over the place.
That's what happens when it's not used much.
Can you just
Power
cut
of the
that
internet.
clip? Cut that clip and send it to Jen for us, please.
Oh, dude, this went up bad.
Well, wait, is that running or is that the salt shaker?
Yeah.
I'm reading more results released out of Arizona.
There's just some funky math, man. I know
Shocking,
this Common Core math they teach now is weird and stuff.
I tell you what, let's stay happy, not mad.
Happy?
I've been pissed all day.
I know.
Okay. So does it make you
I was
happy?
also pissed yesterday.
Can we talk about Martinsville? Let's talk about a little bit of racing.
What do you want to talk about?
Want
Kevin
to talk
Harvick?
about the fact that
Kevin Harvick didn't make the guy that won 9 races, dominated the first portion of the season, didn't make it to the championship round.
it's like saying you dominated a basketball game and you won on a last second buzzer beater. Turns out you didn't win when it mattered, right? Like you could tell me you dated all the hottest women in the world and then you marry something nasty. It doesn't do you any good. I'm just saying, like he didn't, when it counted, Kevin Harvick wasn't there, plain and simple. Right? I mean,
it's not that he wasn't there, though. He was there. I mean, it's not as though he was running 30th.
Yeah, well,
he did in Texas.
But the other piece of that is the Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones not passing him deal. And all three of us can sit here and look at that. And watching that race, there were several times he was pulling him down the straightaway.
Eric Jones would have blown his doors off.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. And he could have for like 30 laps.
So honest answer. And I will say it, and I don't understand necessarily all the politics, but I don't care what team orders are. If you fired me as your driver and I'm leaving your team, I don't give a damn what you tell me to do. If I can pass that guy for another position, I'm passing his ass.
Yep, 100%.
So I would be very interested to know with him over 3 or 4 beers if he could have passed him.
Oh, he could have passed.
He could have passed.
He
absolutely could have passed.
And I would have. So he's a better man than me.
Why does that make him a better man?
I don't think that makes him a better man. I think that makes him
Exactly.
Exactly.
End of story. I would have been like, sorry, I didn't have radio communication.
What are they going to do? Fire me?
Exactly right. Oh, so I can't race in Phoenix? Fuck
oh,
you.
so Toyota's not going to back me anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, exactly right.
I mean, you know what I mean?
I think that's horseshit. I think he absolutely should have passed Hamlin, and Hamlin better write him a big old check.
Yeah, so here's my question, and we all agree that he should have made that pass. But didn't Clint Bowyer didn't he finish in front of Harvick? So I mean, I thought he did.
He may have. I'm not sure. I didn't look.
I'm pretty sure he did. But same thing. And I mean, and that was the thing because he was catching. And the other one was the 10 car, Amarillo. They were both in front of Harvick. Now, if either of those,
it's Almirola, it's not
Almirola, whatever. I don't give a shit. Okay,
right.
a 10 car. But I mean, and that's my thing behind it is if either of those guys would have dropped back or pitted or something like that, which they very easily could have done, that would have put Harvick into a position to make it to the finals and all that stuff. And the world would be going crazy about it. Now, I'm not a Harvick fan. By no means am I a Harvick fan. But if Bowyer or the 10 car were to have hit pit road in those last 5 or 6 laps saying they had a vibration, 1,000 things they could say, and they didn't do it. They finished ahead of him. It cost him his spot in the freaking Final Four. And nobody's up in arms about what happened with Eric Jones because that takes Denny Hamlin out, basically. Actually, it would have taken Keselowski out, I believe. But I think Hamlin would have lost a couple of other positions because, Eric Jones ran him down fast and was holding up other cars as well. He was running a block.
No. It would have taken Hamlin out.
Yeah. No, because Hamlin would have won over Keselowski in the top finish, I thought.
It would have taken Hamlin out.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe, yeah, you're right on that. So I guess I didn't know that, but I knew it was one of them that would have been out. Wouldn't have been Harvick.
Yep.
But that's my point is it's the same thing. It just, he didn't pit, he didn't drop off. I mean, it was nothing like that. And, but listen, Harvick and Hamlin, neither of them have performed in the last 4 races. So
I agree.
Well, to your point too. So the Boyer deal, with Michael Waltrip Racing, that they got caught for that shit with Truex.
Yeah, well, they were talking about it over the radio. That was surprising.
Well, they didn't talk about it over the radio. All they said was, "Hey, Clint, are your arms getting tired?" And Clint said,
they were talking about it on the radio.
yeah.
Well, you don't think they talked about? I mean, but it's regardless they talk about it on the radio or not, that was the case.
Oh, I know, I get it.
And that's the sucky thing with this, the way this deal is. Well, I guess it doesn't matter what the point system is. You can always use teammates to do that, but typically, it's turned into an F1 at this point. Because that's what the fuck you got when you got like the Mercedes team. You got, he's out there. Lewis is out there running his ass off, and the other guy he's just got blocking.
Yeah,
and they have the other guy, like I can't think of what
is that on iRacing. Those guys,
F1. Yeah, F1's up there, but
is it?
Yeah. But I wasn't
being funny. I was just asking.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much if you can race it, it's on iRacing.
Okay.
But so
do they have moped racing?
Not yet.
Do they have pull the hole racing?
No, absolutely not.
When you do motorcycle racing, do you have like a little guy in leather pants sitting behind you?
Can we just let Ray finish his?
Yeah. Yeah.
I done forgot what it is now, so we can move on.
You're talking about F1 blocking.
Oh yeah, I mean, so that's what we've got. We got back to the point
here.
where that's we get back. That's what we got. We got a guy out there that's got team orders to whatever happens. Denny's, you need to stay behind Denny. And they talked about it over the radio. Do you think Eric Jones knew how many fucking points?
Check.
What is he fucking talking about?
He's saying check into his microphone.
Microphone check.
Really, you say like they had to talk about it over the radio. How did Eric Jones know how many points he needed to, he had or didn't? Right. So
they probably said something like tuck up behind the 11 or something like that.
Exactly, which is to Brandon's point earlier, talking on the radio.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just think it's odd.
Yeah, it's shit is what it is.
Well, blame it on 2020. That's what everything else is too, right? I think what Brandon's saying is somebody from the Democratic Party was in Eric Jones's ear set.
That's kind of how I feel about it.
I mean, it's true.
Don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And listen, Hamlin's got a chance to go out and prove the fact that he can be a champion.
Not choke.
I'm telling you right now.
I mean, that's the story of Hamlin is he makes it, but he can't finish it.
It's going to be interesting. I'm thinking you're looking at Chase Elliott as your next champion.
No, it's going to be Brad Keselowski.
I think you're. I mean, Chase is on a roll, right? I mean,
he's on a roll because NASCAR wants him to be on a roll.
And you don't think NASCAR wants him to win the championship?
I do, but I don't.
Or is he going to be another junior where he's the most favorite driver of all time, but never wins a championship and gets shit out of 2 or 3?
Probably file a lawsuit on that.
No matter what we talk about, he can't stay away from it.
No, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win the championship. I really don't. I mean, I got to be honest. Phoenix is not a track that I've paid a lot of attention to in the last few years.
Arizona is a state you paid attention to in the last few days, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Called that bitch instantly. That's like you calling that Keselowski guy is going to win, right? Like a 50-50 chance in that, right? Like, I mean, Brandon always working the odds a little in his favor. You're talking about what driver is going to win. He's like, oh, it'll be a Penske. It's like last year saying, oh, it'll be a Gibbs car. Well, no shit. They have 3 out of 4.
But really, who thought that Harvick and Kurt would be sitting outside watching?
Kurt.
I thought Kurt was going to be in.
Are you kidding me? What do you guys think that Kurt?
I thought Kurt Busch had a chance this year. I pulled for the little guy.
How? The little guy.
Oh, what?
I meant
Ganassi's
Kyle,
gonna-
not Kurt, anyway.
Oh,
mean-
Ganassi. You're saying Chip Ganassi Racing is on the
No.
same fucking playing field as Joe Gibbs Racing? As
No,
Richard Childress?
I
That's
made
what
the
I'm saying.
mistake of saying I thought Kyle. I meant to say who thought Kyle and Harvick
He
would be
thought
sitting
Kyle,
on out. Yeah.
Rowdy. He thought Rowdy.
Okay.
You with us now, Andy?
Yeah, my bad. I thought Kurt would be there. I
didn't think Kurt
personally
would be
did.
there.
I was
You
pulling
said
for him.
it. You did. You called it.
We're going to
said
send
it.
you to some counsel.
Why?
Andy.
I like the little guy. He had a chance to win something. I mean, listen, you guys telling me right now if Kurt Busch wasn't running at Phoenix, there wouldn't be all kinds of talk in NASCAR
I love
about how
Kurt
the little
Busch.
guys are going to be in there. I mean,
I
and
love
that's my
Kurt
thing
Busch.
behind it is Ganassi's got a lot of money, but he's
But-
not putting the money into his car.
But Kurt Busch is not the little guy.
No.
Like Ganassi Racing. are you
Ganassi
kidding me?
Racing is not the little guy.
Okay. Is he
Go
littler
Fast
than the other
Racing
one?
is the little guy.
If there was 5 dudes standing out there and I pointed at the shortest one, called him the little guy, would you fuckers disagree with that? Like,
Depends
okay.
on what he has going for him.
So he was up against a Hendrick car, 2 Penske cars, right? And Gibbs cars. He was
Kyle
the little
Larson
guy.
won his shit.
Here's the deal.
So did Kurt
Busch
Busch.
is winning his shit.
If
Yeah, not a
if the
championship.
The little guy ain't winning.
Stop. If the three of us were standing outside,
In
and
that situation, he was
Stop.
the little guy.
stop it. If the three of us were standing outside in a line, and the two of you had Honda bikes behind you, and I had a Harley,
It
would
wouldn't
you,
happen.
Would you still call me the little guy?
I don't know why we'd each have a
because-
bike. If we were on Hondas, we'd obviously be riding on one.
Because no, he said a
Is that
Honda
how they
behind
do it?
us. He said a Honda behind us. I
No, he said if we
no.
were on Hondas.
No,
and
he
had
said
Harley.
if we three were standing outside and you two had Hondas behind you and I had a Harley behind
That's not what I said.
me. Yes,
I
it
think he
is.
said on. Replay
No,
this
he
shit.
said I can't right now, but I will. Don't
It's
worry
within
about it.
1%. It's within 1%.
can
I'm
guarantee-
demanding a recount.
I
he said on.
guarantee. What's the bet?
What? The bet is what?
The bet. What's the bet? He said
He
on.
said
or
you're
behind.
on.
I don't even know.
I'll put the $50 that Divers owes me on that.
Game because you. Yeah, I'll pick that up. Because
I'm gonna rewatch this shit during what
I-
time is it? Minute 12. Minute 12.
Hour
An hour
12.
Oh yeah, my bad. I was counting freaking. It's red, so I was counting it as red votes. If it was blue, I would have said an hour.
Actually, it's negative a minute 12. We take them away. We take the time
on
away.
The red on the red ones.
Exactly true. Yeah,
On the red
perfect.
ones.
That right there is how many votes we're losing in fucking Nevada right now. I'm actually watching them. Oh, this one actually somehow he circled Trump, but he meant
Is
to
it
circle Biden. I'll change it for
Nevada
you.
or Nevada?
Nevada. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
Nevada?
not entering this
Nevada.
conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I say
We
Nevada.
had that discussion today.
Las
at,
Vegas,
um,
Nevada.
my
I'm,
office.
I'm a Nevada guy. I'll say Nevada.
Nevada.
It should be Nevada, I
Nevada.
guess. Yeah, Fanta, Nevada. Yeah, I'd go
Fanta,
with that.
Fanta.
But I don't know,
Fanta,
Nevada. What do I call it? Nevada.
You called it
Nevada.
Fanta.
Fanta.
Fantana.
Fanta, Nevada.
Fanta.
Nevada. What did I say before? Now I'm all fucking
know.
confused. Change the topic. I'm lost.
It looks like he's getting ready to throw his headset across the room. I'm
I
running.
was
I'm
too.
running. I
I'm
can't
like,
do
at this
it.
point, now I don't even know how I say it. You're in my fucking head. Get out.
I hate the state with Las Vegas. I hate it.
I can't. I'll
Yeah.
never go back. I'm
I
done.
can't say it now. I literally am deleting that word from my vocabulary now. I'll just call it Las Vegas. It's the only thing worth going there for. So whatever.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Where are you flying to? Vegas.
Yeah.
No, I'm really. It's
What
Reno.
state is it in?
But it's
Sweet.
yeah, you know Vegas.
Basically it. That's all I need to do. I'm good.
Nevada.
Nevada, Nevada. I
What
think
are the big-
Nevada.
what are
Nevada.
the
Las
big-
Vegas,
Nevada,
Nevada.
right?
Nevada.
Huh?
Nevada. That's what I say. Nevada. Okay.
Nevada.
Nevada.
No, Nevada. I don't know. Now I'm all fucking confused.
No.
What were we gonna say, Divers? Put me in timeout. I'm done.
Why
with
do
it.
we always have a fucking conversation about how we pronunciate something? You got a
Pronunciate?
redneck.
pronunciate? That's why. Because none of
What?
us can pronunciate shit properly.
Didn't I say pronunciate?
That's like
You
Jerry
did say
Clower.
pronunciate.
Okay.
How do you
Oh,
pronunciate coupon or
Did y'all-
coupon?
Did y'all? I mean, was that surprising that I could pronunciate it properly?
Damn
It's pronounce, isn't it?
Not when I'm going to pronunciate something.
Oh,
Don't you just say, how do you pronounce that?
No.
I've never
You
heard
can
anybody
pronunciate.
say,
You can't use pronunciate.
please pronunciate that properly for me.
Oh,
Okay.
So you're saying this?
If you need me, I'll be over here pronunciating the shit
Hey,
out
Ray,
of it.
Ray,
Yeah.
can you pull up YouTube, please?
No, we don't want to do
No.
that.
He's doing it right now. Look, he's
I'm
on his
hungry
side
for a
keyboard.
brat.
I'm hungry for some pizza.
It's getting to that time. You have 3 minutes until you need to call. Or did
3
you
minutes?
shit? You don't even call. Are you looking up pronunciation? Or are you just
Nope,
shortening that
pronunciate.
into pronunciate?
No pronunciate.
That's a word.
God knows. I hate to have to prove y'all boys wrong all the time.
Rocky Mount Parks and Recreation.
Pronunciate.
A combination of the words pronounce and enunciate.
Definitions and meanings that nobody will tell you. That's what I got out of this. So what they said was, unless you were born in 1862. Wait, it says a drunk will probably have a difficult time pronunciating correctly.
See?
What the fuck? I've been saying it wrong all along.
See?
When I'm drunk, I struggle to pronounce things, but I never knew I was pronunciating them incorrectly.
See?
Amanda,
That's why he
You ready?
pulled that. That's why
I
he
have a
pulled that
great. I
back.
have a great vocabulary. I just can't spell worth of shit.
good. So we can still play Scrabble, but if you would have
Yeah,
said
yeah.
pronunciating, I'd have been like, that's not a word.
Don't.
Super
Christ
important.
alive.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot right now.
Yeah, I'll just pull up Urban Dictionary real quick and we'll get this all straightened out.
How
Yeah.
about Urban Dictionary?
I don't know.
That was
What is it?
Googled. That's certified.
That's not certified. That's not even a word. Pull up dictionary.com.
Oh my
I'll tell you what.
God.
Hey Siri.
Oh,
Oh no, he's to his phone.
Hey Siri.
that bitch won't answer you. Just
Mhm. Yeah. Busy doing your laundry, divers.
Hey,
How may I
Siri.
help you?
Hey
Would
Siri.
you like me to order a pizza? That thing's gonna answer and be
What?
like, "How many fucking bites do you
Pronun-
want?"
Is pronunciate a word?
Okay. I found this on the web for what are naughty is pronunciation a word.
naughty.
What is your Siri talking about?
He said naughty. He said something about
Alexa,
naughty.
I didn't even know what it was. It
Alexa.
sounded like a Biden word.
Oh, this is great.
Alexa. I mean, Siri. Hey
I
Siri.
wonder if I could change my freaking Siri to talk to me in Joe Biden's voice. Like, Siri, can you look this up for me? And she'd just be like, abada jabba hoo ha booba. What the fuck? What are you guys reading now?
We're still trying. Fuck it. Divers. We gotta get off the words. It's not good. It's not good podcast or TV or anything.
I know. All right. I'm out.
You out?
No.
Where you
I'm,
Oh, I was like, what?
no, I'm off. I'm off the phone.
Oh, off
You
the
pissed
phone.
him off. He's out.
Well, no, you guys have been making fun of me about the Honda. It's finally gotten to me a little bit.
It's rightfully so, though. Do you agree or
Hello.
disagree?
Oh, well, I can understand where you're coming from.
If it was me or Ray, would you be laughing and making fun?
Absolutely, I would. It would
He
be the
would
funniest
have
thing I've ever
pissed
heard.
himself.
Yeah.
I would have.
Speaking of that,
I was telling Molly this weekend. I was like, I feel like I've got a pregnant woman's bladder here lately
Why do you say that?
because it's like I can't. I've got to pee all the time. Did we have
Divers is
this
drinking
last
like
week?
he's a. You see, Divers, he's drinking like he's a pregnant woman right now.
How many times would you say you pee on an evening? So you go to bed, right?
Yeah,
How many times do you wake up in the middle of the night to pee?
once.
You have an overactive bladder?
No, just once at a night.
Is this a diagnosis?
Just asking. I mean,
Why do you want to know so much about his pee schedule?
well, he brought it up.
God, deep investigation. Pretty soon you're going to be asking if those are fucking Star Wars figurines behind him on the counter.
Is that Yoda?
I don't know. It looks like
No,
one
no.
one thing's looks like there's gorillas climbing a tree and some fucking astronauts keeping an eye on him or something.
Wait,
That would be
wait,
a mother, a statue of a mother playing with her child.
Ray.
Can't see that from here.
What are those called? We have those. What are they
I
called?
can't. I couldn't tell you.
Dude,
Molly loves them.
What's on the
Dude.
tree?
No.
It's not
Go
a
get
tree.
Molly. I
Why?
know what they are. What are they
She
called?
couldn't. I bet you she can't tell you what they
Dude,
Precious moments? I'm sure Amanda can tell us.
are. No.
Precious moments.
No, they're not.
For real?
No.
Go ask Molly.
He's not. He's gonna read them if he's smart.
Yes, we have those. I'm telling
Precious
you.
moments. I think Amanda has a bunch of those. I think
Dude,
there might be one in my
think they're
bedroom.
Freaking precious moments.
Willow tree.
Oh,
Willow
Willow tree.
tree.
I think Amanda has that. Oh, she already wrote it. Willow
Oh, my
tree
Lord.
angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we
have
have
those
those in our
things.
house too.
This is
So
one
we
I
have-
purchased for Molly for our anniversary. It
What's
says
the?
anniversary on the bottom?
I can't.
You did.
What's the one with the? Is there somebody hanging off a tree on the other one?
No,
Wait,
that's
wait.
a mother
say that
laying
again?
on her back playing with a child.
When have you ever worn a vest? Oh no, that's just a white shirt.
Hang
Right,
on.
that's
Just a white
just
shirt.
shadow.
I'm not making fun of Willow Tree Angels or any of that stuff. So for the people
No,
who love
I'm
those,
not-
please don't bash.
I made it.
But if you look at that, Divers, does that not look like King Kong climbing the entire state building with another King Kong up on top of it?
It 100%.
Him like
does.
hanging
That's
out there.
exactly
He's
what I
got his
thought.
arm out, grabbing some girl off the street.
I actually thought it was a gargoyle.
That it looks like Gorilla's climbing. Oh,
That's not willow tree.
yeah, that's entirely different than the way it looked back there. Huh.
Is that a brewing trophy?
At this point, now he's doing CPR. Oh, now it's holding again.
What is that?
He's gonna get the check. Please,
Right.
God, grab the check.
Get the check.
Grab the check. Get
We
the
bring the
check.
check.
That's
over.
the last thing I'm
check.
gonna go pick up and show you. It's not
Get
gonna
the
work.
check. Okay,
What
one
is
more
it, though?
thing.
No.
One more thing. Can you move your head to your right, Ray?
To my right,
Yeah. A little more. Okay, the picture behind the TV, is that
Okay.
a picture of family or is that a picture that came in the frame?
that's my daughter.
Okay, there's a
That's
glare.
my baby girl. Yeah.
I couldn't see it, and I'm trying to see by your check if you had real photos or if they were like.
Why the
bought
hell would I
frame.
have fake photos? I've got kids.
Hey, why would you have $100 check laying in the background? I was checking. I don't
Because
know
I
these
won it.
things.
I didn't
This
win a
show is
kid.
about- I bet you that's the new bet. Let's change the other. One of us has to take one of the other guy's kids. I'll take one of your kids. I need the additional tax write-off here in about another 2
Yeah,
months.
bro, you know it ain't worth it.
Hell no, it's not. Ain't that the truth? Oh my goodness.
Ray didn't even
Oh,
have
that
to pay
sounded
taxes on that $100 winning out of Rocky Mountain.
Yes, I did. They sent me a 1099 on that mother.
On $100?
Yes, they did.
For real?
Yes.
Holy shit. You
They-
should have claimed it
I-
as an inheritance.
Kidding me?
My dad actually made this brew.
And he gifted it to me.
Hey, it's a
Gifted
family recipe.
So take
of
your
story.
$10.99 and leave.
Just like me with a mask. You just got to have a good story. I can't breathe as well through a mask. It's a medical issue.
Medical issues. It's gonna be medical issues when you get the Rona.
I've been trying
Yeah.
for fucking 8 months. I've literally been to every fucking hotspot of COVID and I don't have it yet.
Pretty much.
So I mean, it's what it is.
Probably,
But they got mail-in ballots, didn't they?
probably showed up, was like, fucking Wikers? No, no, we're good.
That's it.
So
No,
we're out.
There's no way
COVID
I'm
is
infecting
no
myself
different
by
than
infecting him.
exactly. COVID's no different than anything else. They're like, ooh, here's a new body for me to grow my virus in. This motherfucker's got alcohol running through his veins. I want out. Like, bring it, bitches. That's another vodka on top. Let's do this.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're
Just
good.
during race season.
We're just gonna roll.
Yeah, just during
Roll
race
than the
season.
next guy.
So I
Can't.
think
He'll be
that
6 feet away.
I think I figured out too, like my whole, I felt like I've been on this journey with my weight loss and gain, right? It's like race season.
When was the weight loss journey?
He's
Before I
talking
came
about
to work.
race season.
I'm talking about what?
That's when we met him last year and ate 4 fucking Papa John pizzas between the 3 of us the first
That's
night.
what I'm saying.
And $800
Before I-
Whataburger
It's a
order.
hell
Before I
of a
started
journey.
working where I work and going to races, I weighed 205 pounds. Now I'm pushing 230. Because of you fat bastards.
Just so everybody knows, we didn't know Ray during his loss journey. We
Yeah.
just noted
We've
him
been here for the game. So we tell everybody who starts working here, welcome to the Wikes Media starter kit. It's amazing how well it worked. Like when you sit at a desk at a computer all day long and you can snack and all that shit, you're like, how in the hell did I just get 40 pounds heavier one day? When you're like, oh, welcome to Wikes Media.
Yeah, well, freaking weight journey. Are you kidding me? When was the loss, Ray? I mean, look, I'm no spring chicken. I'll be honest. All right? This thing isn't losing weight. I 100%. I'm okay saying it. So
We couldn't tell by the dominoes.
I mean this with all the love, but when are you going to go back down?
So
I start again week after next, Ray. I'll do it with you.
Because that's a journey.
It is a journey. So I went. So in 2014, I was like 240. Started going to jiu-jitsu training.
He was making a lot of beer back then.
I was.
That was 1 year before he was a master.
The master.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then when I was training, I was 195 because that's what I was fighting at when I'd go to tournaments and stuff. And then, so then I went, of course, working, it just went up. I got back up to 240, Then I went on intermediate fast to beginning of 2019 and was like at 240 and got down to 205. Then I went to work with the company I currently work with and started traveling a bunch, and now I'm back up to about 230. Is that enough for your journey?
It's a journey. Yeah. Hey, maybe he could fill you in a little more on his pee schedule.
Yeah.
How
what
often do you
else
pee
you
when you're
need?
intermittent fasting?
But my doctor doesn't ask me this much information.
Do you own any guns?
Are you his handler, Andy?
I am.
don't know where you come in.
It's a new thing I'm working on with that. Just trying to make sure that Ray's protected.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I was just curious. It's very interesting to know because I would like to be on the downswing at some point. Haven't been in quite some time.
We talked about this last year. I remember we actually talked about intermittent fasting and stuff a bunch when we were in Texas. That's where I lost a lot before Jeb's wedding. I'd lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I put 30. I think I lost 42 and put 31 or 32 of them back on now.
You handled that well in January too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right.
I'm one to talk, but you did.
Yeah. One thing I've learned a lot, you drop 20, 30 pounds. You also drop this tolerance thing for how many drinks you should have in an evening.
Yeah.
For anybody who actually tracks that. What else you guys want to talk about?
I don't know, boys. I think that's about it for me. Anything else y'all got?
I guess so.
No, I'm good.
All right. So for everybody that jumped in with us, we appreciate you coming in and spending some time with us. I hope to see you back next week because we'll be here same bat time, same bat channel.
See you, everybody.
Later.
Good night.